By 1915, he arrives in New York in the wake of the huge success that New Descending the Staircase had had. He comes to New York, it's World War I.
And it's there that he really hits his stride. And he basks in the glory of being a sort of celebrity in New York in 1915. He has a close friend named Walter Pack, who is an American painter. He introduces Duchamp to Walter and Louise Arensberg, who very quickly become his close friends and his major patrons.
He lived in an apartment that the Arensbergs paid for above their apartment in the same building at 33 West 67th Street. And they paid his rent in exchange for ownership of the large glass.
He starts physically creating the large glass in 1915. He buys the plate glass, and he starts, in fact, trying to realize all these ideas. But he's profoundly lazy. He doesn't have to go fast.
I've always said if Picasso had painted the large glass, he would have painted it in 3 hours. Duchamp takes about 12 years. And the reason is Duchamp wants to put these ideas in. And the ideas clearly are coming thick and fast.
And it's an artwork that you can only understand by having access to all the notes that Duchamp methodically wrote, cataloged, and kept over the years about how that artwork was supposed to function in its entirety.
Some of the notes are written on menus and hotel stationery. And what that tells me is he's having a coffee and he's like, wait a minute, and he's writing.
He understood that you had to put text next to image and to see how they interacted with each other. And in fact, the space between text and image is the space of creation.
The large glass, also called the bride stripped bare by her bachelors, even. 9 feet high, the painting is made of 2 large pieces of plate glass.
Once you've seen and recognized that the material is so unusual, you read the title, The Bride Stripped Bare by Her Bachelors Even. And what's going on, basically, is it's a giant love-making machine. Eventually, you realize that the bride is the upper register of the glass and the bachelors are the lower domain.
There are 9 bachelors who try through all sorts of different mechanisms to consummate their love for the bride, who hovers at the top of the glass and keeps them at bay.